a little hop right here. Look at the grass is high. Needs cutting. This is a repeat. And I'll probably repeat myself on this. Been out for a few days. You know what? You could just get in right here. Never even fucking thought about it. Never even fucking thought about getting in right here. Old dog's on his new trick, man. That is crazy. I have never even considered getting in right here before. Never even noticed it, man. I can't believe it. Man, it looks like somebody has made a path down here. I'm gonna step on down here. That's perfect, man. Wow, I can't believe that. I'm gonna step on down here and I'm gonna cross over and I'm gonna try to go down stream just a bit because there's a couple of holes down there I like to try. Not that I've had that good of success in them lately, but I just feel like it's probably worth a cast in. What's this? Inner tube. There's always been an inner tube down here. Well, it's not the easiest to get in, but still, you really shouldn't complain. I know one thing for certain. I'm 100% sure of this. There's definitely less briars right here than on the normal path I was gonna take, because I didn't hit any here and it's a briar. Haven over there. And that's one thing what I was gonna say. Fishing this spot's a repeat. It kind of gets to where okay, that water's coming in on my heel. Coming in right on my heel. On my inner right heel. This water's low, man. Because I was looking for that place with my booth leak, and I was going to try to repair them and give it a shot. But I don't know. I couldn't really see a hole in there. Like I always say, man, I need the book today. I know I'm bad for saying that, which that goes against what I'm doing, because I'm gonna walk it down a little bit. The last time I was here, I didn't do too good down. I think I did catch one below here. It feels like I'm getting a little water in both of my heels. Boy, these waders aren't right at the same time, man. These have been some long-lasting good waders. I can't complain. Furthermore, I mean, you don't want to be getting wet no matter what, but if it's just on your heels, I'm getting pretty wet on my right one, just barely on the left. But man, if that's all place you're getting wet at, that ain't bad. I mean, if it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's just your feet getting wet now. You're not getting soaked all the way through. Yeah, it gets to where you can get in this part right here. You can get to where it's hard to get in that creek. Back there especially. Well, I usually get in that because it gets so grown in. I'm gonna fish it down when it's spinning. I'll come back with it one. Come back. That's one way to do it. Mother's Day 2024. I miss you, Mom. I sure do. I mean, I hate to say it's fitting because this is a thing. You've heard it 20 times on these videos. I say it every time I come here. I came here one day, got a call. I was working back home 4 hours away from here. Got a call. Afternoon, we were heading up here, my wife and I, heading up here to see my family. And I got the call Friday afternoon. My mom's in the hospital. Then, of course, thing was in the afternoon time. It was already, there wasn't nothing I could do. And we didn't know what was going on. My dad was here, my aunt was here, so I think Dad was probably administering at the hospital or whatever, dropped her off up there, whatever. Come up Friday night. Just like we were playing, and like trying to find out what's going on. Well, she just was at the grocery store and just fell. Kind of had a fainting spell. There, running test. Whatever. I'm gonna go down to that spot because right down here, I didn't go to the hospital. Actually, I mean, it sounds like I'm a bad son. Don't remember if I called and talked to her. I really don't remember what happened. I just know I didn't go because I think they said, well, she's probably coming out today. This was on Saturday. So I said, well, I'm going fishing. Just kind of like I had planned on it. I'll see her. Dad will go get her and I'll see her, I feel like, I mean, people say this all the time, but I feel like that's what she would have wanted me to do, Don't worry about me. And when people say that, that don't mean you do it, but in this instance, I mean, man, I'm just not a hospital person. I mean, she knew that. It wasn't that I just wanted to go fishing. In fact, it's kind of like getting out and getting fishing, just kind of trying to get it off my mind or something, more than we just want to go fish. This hole right here, I'm fixing to use this spinner over there because I got in at the regular spot right down below this that day. And I wasn't very familiar with this hole that day. But right there where I'm dragging that spinner, I caught 18 inches that day. I don't remember what year that was. It was before I was recording, so it had to be, my dad was alive, so it had to be 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. And anyway, you know, come home, meet mom, look at this fish I caught, man. She come out and took my picture. She's in her gown, I think. She come out and took my picture, man. Since then, in this particular hole, I've caught a bunch of fish over the years. I ain't never caught another big one here. I've caught multiple keeper fish and some small ones as well. The hole's changed. It's not, I guess I'll say it's really not quite the hole. It's not as deep. It was deep all the way through here back then. And I mean, I can see the bottom real good over there right now. Of course, this water's low. But even if the water wasn't low, I still think this hole's just somehow gotten shallower over the years. But that's where he was right there. Right over there on that Swift Run. Right up on the point right there, just right in there with the ripples. Yep. Funny. Wouldn't hit the spinner. Went on that worm on the first cast. It's a good fish too, boy. It's a good old fish. Get it. Yep. Wow, what a start. Wow, that is a thick boy. Yes, indeed. He didn't want the spinner. Let me show you this baby. Oh my goodness, what a beauty, man. What a beauty. Oh my God. Being off for 2 days and coming back to that on the first, in the first 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. I just can't get enough of it, man. He went on the worm. I like to show them, you know, in the hole that it's so sunny out here. Well, that's interesting. He wouldn't eat that spinner as big as that fish is. There's a little 2-minute clip for you. That was good. I just want to do something right quick. I already rebaited. I caught that nice fish, and this is something, if you're a trout fisherman from way back or whatever, I'm sure you know this. But you see that fish was, of course that fish, he was good. But I could feel something in there. You got a crawdad. These fish eat constantly, man. Something, you know, I was talking about the other day is like, you wonder about how can something sustain itself and all of that, like these fish in this creek and all. Look how many rocks is out here. This thing is nothing but rocks. You go and uncover any rock that's embedded in that creek right there, and there's something living up underneath it that these fish can get out there too. They eat these things right here. I call them conch shells. But there's another one. There's another one of those conch shells. It's a shell with a little crustacean in it. There's another one. They look like a miniature conch shell from the ocean. There's more of that crawdad. There's his pinchers. That's the part that they probably don't like, but you know, they just have to take. And another conch shell. I thought there was probably oh no, there's another piece of crawdad. I thought it was going to be more crawdads in there actually. I thought it was going to be a bigger crawdad, honestly. That's the only reason why I cut this up to show. When what I was going to show is, I mean, it's kind of gross for some people. It's going to be grossed out by that or whatever, but I mean, that's called nature. And that's what these fish. A brown trout is a constant eater. They are aggressive. They're mean. They're, you know, they go for it. And I started this a couple of years ago. I started saying, you know, I would catch one in it, a good fish like that, and he have a big crawdad. It's wedged in him. It's almost as, I mean, I explained this before. And again, it sounds kind of gross and all that, but it's like he's constipated. Now, I mean, I'm sure he probably is able to work that out, you know, regardless of whatever. But to me, I think they eat that worm. They see a worm coming in there. A worm's soft. They eat that hard crawdad, and I think he will eat a worm to offset, you know, of course they're gonna eat a worm regardless if they had that in them or not. But I think they eat that worm to push that through. He's probably having a hard time processing that. It was all wadded up in there, those hard shells. Think about if that was inside your intestines. You're trying to eat and you're doing it and you know you can pass it and all that, but they do it to get the nutrients out of it, out of that shit, the thing that's in that shell, and they're doing that to push it through. And I call that, both of those things will be considered more like a shrimp, and the worm's like steak, so I call it steak and shrimp. Look at that. Man, I put that spinning through there. Let's see if I can retrieve my worm. Uh-oh. I'm gonna let him go. That's a good little fish. I'm gonna let him go. I might regret it, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that one go. I might regret it because, you know, I might have to get 7. I got to start being content with not getting 7 fish, man. My worm fell off right here. I was hoping I could retrieve it. Wow, man. Threw the spinner through there however many times. Cast worm in there 2 different times. Boom, boom, both times on the worm. 2 casts, 2 fish. Wow. Walk right by those fish. Okay, that was all that was in there because like that. Nope, last time I fished here, I'm trying to remember when that was. It's been 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was on a Sunday just like today. Probably was 4 weeks ago. I can't remember for sure. I can't keep up with the time. I could probably go back and figure it out some kind of way, but it really doesn't matter. But you know, a lot of things happen in this time of year on a creek like this in 3 weeks to a month. A lot can take place, you know, with these fish. There can be a lot of movement. When it rains, you know, we've had some rains. You see, I'm trying to remember, I think I came here after the biggest rain that we've had. Well, just a piece of worm. Flying all over the water, ain't we? Not gonna miss it. There's some dee-dee. Twisted my line all up, buddy. Oh boy, they got a thing right there. Ooh. He punished me a little bit. My fingers stay torn up. Like the old saying, it hurts so good, man. But that fish is not got much color or anything to it. Looks like my lens has got blurred up. He splattered some water up there. All right, let's keep it moving. I'll tell you, like I always say, man, there's a first time for everything. I don't know what in the world. I guess that fish was just, that hook was so far in his mouth or whatever, or embedded in there so good, that when I went to take it out with my pliers, I just bent that hook all the I've never seen anything like that, man. Been a hook like that. It came out looking like one of those circle hooks or something. I'm probably have to bend it again. I might have to change hooks. It should work for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change this hook out for sure. And I just now started using this hook. I just now started using that hook, man. Right here in this hole. Caught 4 fish on it. I guess that's better than some hooks. Wow, man, they're in here. I came through here with that spinner. Last time I came here, I don't think I caught nothing here. And usually I do catch one. Usually there's a fish in this hole. Last time the water was up, it looked good. And I was kind of surprised, you know, that I didn't get one here the last time. Maybe it was just too swift for him or something. Crazy, man. I'm just standing here right by these fish too. It's hard to believe they don't see me and spook. I'm gonna try to go with it for a little bit longer. I have never seen that happen before. A hook been that easy or whatever. I kind of want to get another one of them though. I think they're in my vest here. I'm pretty sure I got those hooks in my vest. There was something else on my hook, man. They're biting good today. I think that was a chub. There's something else right here in front of me, man. Maybe it's a chub. Tell you the truth, man, about the fact that, I wasn't able to biting just like those trout did, but I ain't messing with it. It must be too small. I couldn't catch it like I did those others. Alright, so I told the story about Mom. And the ties to me catching that big fish in this same section of creek. So, like one of my dad's saying, he says he would be remiss not to go and hit that hole. It's an inside joke, I guess. But Dad would say when he was out fishing that he would get ready to get done and he would see another spot up ahead or something, and he'd say, well, I would be remiss not to go cast in there or whatever if he thought it looked like it would hold a fish. Dad died in 18 January. Mom gave me a camera for Christmas in December, of 18. Okay? 11 months after Dad died. Right? So at 19, I started filming. I'm, just loving it or whatever. And it wasn't a GoPro. I don't remember the name of the camera, but it was a start for me. It was a cheap camera from Aldi's. I mean, it was from Aldi's, yeah. And it was a good camera. I mean, it wasn't nothing wrong. The only thing wrong with it was it wasn't waterproof, and so I felt like I had to put the waterproof guard around it, and it made it where you couldn't hear what was being said. The sound was just terrible. So, and I've even found out that sounding I'm having trouble hearing myself on this one sometimes. I you know, the way I talk or whatever, I'm mumbling. I just do normal. I don't think about it. So I need to be a little more cautious of that, like I'm doing right now. But anyway, a buddy of mine came up, and after I've been recording, you know, for the first couple of months, buddy of mine came up. It was in June of 19, beginning of June. I'm wanting to say like maybe the 10th or something like that. I can't remember exact. But, well, put it like this. If Father's Day was on the 20th, and I don't know what day it always is on in June, it was the week before, the weekend before Father's Day. So it was, you know, mid-June. Come up and go out fishing. It had rained. I thought we was going to hit it just perfect. And it was way too much rain. We had incurred way too much rain. And well, we got out and it was pretty muddy right off the bat. And it was good for a little bit. But we, you know, it started that morning, Saturday morning, and by noon or so, it was just a washout. And we tried to fish that afternoon. We caught some fish, but it kept raining Saturday, and Sunday was unfishable. We got about, and it was one of those that you don't get every year type of rains. I mean, it was like, I think, I looked back in the weather report, I think it was 7, 8 inches, 6 inches, something. In like 2 days or something like that, between Friday night and Sunday morning. It rained 6, 7, 8 inches, something like that. So there wasn't no fishing on Sunday. Well, I come back the following weekend, come here to this spot, got in right back there behind me, and that spot I just now caught this fish out of. Started there and come up. I'm already past where I was standing. I was right here back behind me just a little bit where I started filming this, but I was fishing in this hole right here, this little run right here that I'm casting in now, and I cast it from behind me. I was probably 10 feet, standing 10 feet back, casting up in here, and I hooked one, and I knew it might be the biggest fish I've ever caught, honestly. Biggest trout I've ever caught, maybe. I think I did catch one that was bigger than that one time by a lot of pure luck, honestly. But I don't know, man. This fish was 20 inches. And I didn't measure it, but I know it was 20 inches. And I filmed it. It's on film. It's on YouTube. So, man, that was he gave me a run, and I went on to have the best weekend of fishing that I've ever had. That rain really moved the fish around. And they were here, there, everywhere. You know, I caught another one up above here. You know, that same morning, it was like 15 inches. And then the next day, Sunday morning, I went to another hole. And I got, gosh, man, I think I had like 3 15 inches and 2 more that was 18 and above. I think 118, 119. Never done it like that before, probably never do it again. But on public water, probably not. If you go somewhere where they stock them in there like that, maybe you can. But that was amazing. That was amazing. That was my highlight of my fishing career that weekend. Fortunately, it was the first year I was filming. Unfortunately, you know, it was with that other camera that you couldn't really hear that good and all that, but you know, I hit the ground running, filming that year, I guess you could say. If you get the full version of this, you'll know that I already fish through this part with the spinner. This place right here, this section can be a little deceiving. Don't, I'll be honest, you know, I've caught a lot of fish right here in this little run. It seems like it's been a few years. You know, it seems like this might have changed. This might have shallowed up a little bit or something, because I don't catch him here. It seems like I don't catch him here in this run like I used to. I think this is one of those little runs though that could be tricky to fish, because there's some big rocks out there. There's a couple. There's one right over here to the left, and there's one up right there above that you can probably see in the sunlight, that I think you know, it's probably easy to miss the target point, if that makes sense. And fish are sitting around those rocks. Just like this one here, it's kind of hard to get on the other side of that rock, the one that's right across from me right now. Kind of bite in here. Feels kind of like a chubby, just a little brown. But that hook's working. But it's kind of hard to get it over there unless you can see this rock right here. It's right over here somewhere. I can't see it on the camera, face of the camera here. But it's right over there. It's, like I say, it's kind of hard to get it over there, really. I mean, you get hung up, I guess is what I'm meaning, the way I'm meaning to describe it. It's easy to get, it'll be easy to get your line hung up trying to cast across that rock. I did it already. I just feel like, I don't know, it's deep there. Those fish that they probably would come out, you know, if you're close enough to that. Man, I tell you, I'm kind of surprised that I catch that spinner in there a couple of times in that hole and didn't even have a bite. That's kind of shocking to me that there was 4 fish back there and they wouldn't hit that spinner. I guess I just wasn't presenting it right. It wasn't going deep enough or something. Same thing here. There's a, oh, good cast. I got it right over there. Perfect. You get on the other side of that rock. And there's a rock right up here too. It's a big old rock. I think fish could definitely get underneath it. Again, fishing the heat of the day. I got it here. It's a little bit after, I think it was 12:30 maybe. It's probably 1:30 now, I'm guessing. I'm a second shift person, man. That will hurt you in the summertime. You still kind of get away with it right now, I guess. won't be long before you won't be able to get by with that. Now there's another one, man. That is a hard spot to fish right here, man. I caught him there before. You just hope that if there's one there, you know, he will come on for it. There's definitely been fish in that hole before. I caught him there. There's probably one now. There's probably one over there now. And that might be what I was just saying. It's too so late in the day, it's sunny and everything now, they're not as active. You can't get it right there cool. Easy to get hung up in there. They get underneath all the little sticks like that. I saw something in there just now moving. Yep, I saw something moving in there. There's always been inner tubes and tires right here in the creek right here, man. I don't have the explanation for why that is. I got one of them pump shells on the line there. Rain over at my house yesterday. I don't know if it rained here. It seems mighty low here. Look at all of those conch shells in there, man. They're everywhere, bro. Everywhere. I talked about it the last time I was in here. It was after we had some rain. We had a pretty good rain spell. I can't remember how many days later I came here. I don't know if it was the next day. It might have been. Or 2 days after. I think the day after I did go fishing, but when I came here on Sunday. So it was at least 3 days after that rain. And the water was still high. We had a good rain. It wasn't no 6 inches. It was a couple inches. Maybe something like that. And I caught a couple right in here. I don't like the way this spinner is looking, man. Might be about wore it out. I caught a couple on the spinner here, and then I put the worm on and catching over there, but the water was higher. It was different in here. Caught a couple right back there by that log. Just across the creek right there. And then from it coming this way, it was got over on that other side and I realized that it was kind of just happened up on the spot that was deep. I could tell that, you know, if I kept going straight, I was going to get over my boots. So I crossed over here like I had to go on the right to get underneath that tree. That tree's not usually there. That's a new tree that fell over the winter, I guess. cross back over here to this side like you normally do. You normally walk up this side and right here you usually cross over. He didn't mind the spinner. Let's see what we got here. Just about right. Pretty. Uh-oh, we got a blooper reel. Blooper reel continued. I don't like the way this reel sounds, man. Well, yeah, something was chasing it. Something was chasing it. How my neck got down, I don't know. This magnet right here is not what I'm used to. Something else over there. Hit it. Yeah, I do not like the way this reel sounds. I usually don't hear it in person, honestly. My other reel, that's why I don't start using this one. The reel, I think it was getting kind of worn out. And the gears just sounded like they were just grinding in there. I mean, not literally. It was still performed good. It's just I could hear it on the camera, on the little clips. Now, this one sounds like that. I got a new reel yesterday. Man, I love it, man. I'm gonna fix and switch up and use it. I just didn't take time to put line on it. I'll be back on that Abu Garcia. I'm trying this spinner a little bit longer. Please that you can catch one on it. And I have another bite. It used to be where I'd always catch one here. I have to cross over today. Then, well, once I've been doing it, I went up this side last time. You can get it can get tricky in here and you can get messed up and get over your boots. Pretty easy if you ain't careful. Okay. So I'm not feeling that. Got some dead worms in there. I need to do some cleaning of the worm box. It sat for 2 days. Pieces of worms in it. Well, didn't do it any good. So usually I cross over at the all the way behind me at the, let's say like this, I won't say, I'll say traditionally. This is deep right here. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back up. I'm gonna have to back it on up here. Sure enough. Had a little bite there, but it didn't feel too good. I need to watch my videos and I watch the ones whenever I catch fish. Yep, chubby. Don't like that. I don't like that. Let me get reset up here. Alright, I caught a big one here. When was it? See, that was 2 years ago. I'm a spinner. I don't know what is going on. There used to be a lot of stuff caught up on that tree right there. This whole changed. And you know, I just now thought of that too. It used to be a little deeper in here. It's still pretty deep right here in the middle. But I think that stuff that was caught up right there, I think it was making this hole a little bit deeper. And the winter has washed it out or whatever. Yeah, there's something that I think is another chub. I ain't messing with that. And it seems like there's always a stick. That can't be the same stick that's been here. That stick couldn't have been here for years. But it seems like there's always a stick like that down in here, hanging in there. Hanging. I think these boots must get filled up more as time goes on, even though, can it keep filling up and go higher? There's something up here. It's tearing my worm up. You think it's a sufficient fish? Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. That'll work. It'll work. Yes, indeedy. Like that. Well, I'll tell you one thing. That hook surprised me that it bent. But that hook's a good hook. Just like a starfish, huh? If there was any question about those hooks, I mean, they're the same brand that I always use. They're just black instead of red. But they're good and sharp. I like them. I'll just be careful not to bend it out of their mouth like that again. All right. Yep, that's a stockfish. Stalker. I think that spinner that I've been using, yeah, it's not spinning as good as this. The shaft got bent on it somehow, and I think that's causing it not to spin as good. Yeah, I think that might be part of what the problem was. I don't know, it looked like it's spinning pretty good, and I did catch that fish on it while ago. I switched up to this one now. Let's see. Yeah, I can tell it's running better. It's running better like it's supposed to. Now, I have to get up here and cross back over. Cross back over to the left. I'm going to go up this left side and fish the right. So a good little spell. It is deep right in there in the middle, man, through this creek right here now. I don't think I can get across there. I don't think I can get across this thing, man. I always do. I mean, traditionally I did. Like I say, the last time I came here this year, I just ended up going down the left side altogether. Yeah, I like that spinner right there. I like the way, I like the action that's giving. Okay. We go set up again.